Alright, first off, I want to start out by saying I hope everybody's having a great Sunday. I hope you're preparing for the week to come with this coronavirus thing because it's going to get a little wonky as it has been. Nobody really knows what the market's going to do. So if you're a newer trader, I suggest just, protecting your money, staying out, and, surviving this chaos until the market corrects itself and starts making bullish patterns again. But my mission here today is to show you guys a trick with thinkorswim, maybe make your life a little easier involving the drawing tool. I actually found something out on accident over the weekend that makes my life just a little bit easier. So I'm going to show you guys. If you go here to the drawing tool, you got your trend line tool and you got your price level tool. These are really the only two that I use here, unless I'm using the oval to show you guys a spot on the map. So let's go to trend line here, and then you'll draw your trend line. And if you don't know how to draw trend lines, you probably shouldn't be trading, and you should be studying instead until you master these support and resistance levels. But anyways, trend line is nothing more than making lower highs, lower lows, higher highs, higher lows, blah blah blah. But anyways, you can see right here that the candle broke out, and this could be considered a bear flag, but once it broke out to the upside, it's kind of invalid, as you would like to see this pull back to the trend line and bounce upwards. But that's not what we're here for today. It's to make your life a little bit easier if you do know how to draw these levels. So basically, I see a lot of people drawing these trends, and they're also using the trend line tool to draw out their support and resistance areas, kind of like this right here. So you can see that the price, it come down here, touched, bounced, touched again, formed a double bottom, which is a bullish pattern, and it rallied up, made a little bull flag here, and then broke out of it. But once it come back to this other side, it tested the support again, bounced, created a bear flag, broke through the bear flag, and broke through the trend line support and just crashed. And then went into this falling wedge, which is a bullish pattern in itself. But anyways, what I'm trying to get at here is it's kind of hard to draw support and resistance with the trend line tool because it'll get crooked and be off, and you can't really tell where you're drawing it. So what I like to do is go up here and you go to your price level tool, and this will actually, you can pick a pivot point, which right here is a support level, and it'll draw all the way to the right to the price level of the chart. So I want it to go across all the way. So what a lot of people do is they'll actually take and right click it and extend it to the left, and that'll draw it through all time frames. So if you go here to the daily, you can see it drew it all the way through here. It bounced here, come back up, bounced here again, come back up, bounced again, and then crashed through it. So you can see that's a valid trend line support, or just a support level, excuse me. If you go back to the weekly chart, what I like to do is right click this line, go to edit properties, turn on your left extension, and then go down here to width and brighten this thing up and make it thicker so you can see it, because these levels are very important. If you don't have these levels on your chart, don't trade. If you can't draw out support and resistance, don't trade until you learn how. Save yourself a lot of money. These are nothing more than supply and demand areas. So go ahead and save that as default and hit OK, and then boom, you'll be able to map out your support and resistance a lot easier. So like I said, price level tool is for support and resistance, and then your trend line tool to draw your trend lines. So you can make this really quick. I can delete all this right here, and then I can just go through and map out my support and resistance levels with a quickness, and then then I can swap back to my trend line tool, and it broke the downtrend here, blah blah blah. Anyways, another thing why I made this video is to show you guys a little tip that I learned just messing around over the weekend. Actually helped me a lot, saved me a lot of time. So instead of going up here to this tab and going to drawing tool and find your drawing tool, or going down to here like a lot of people do, I asked around in my chat room, and nobody seemed to know how to make hotkeys or anything to switch back and forth from your trend line tool to your price level tool. So I got to dabbling around, and actually if you click your middle mouse button down, it'll pull up your drawing tool menu, which makes this super beneficial and saves a lot of time. So I'm the type of person, I like to draw my trend lines and support and resistance fairly quickly because these are the major levels that you see. So I can go here and draw my trend, and then I can switch over really quickly to my price level tool, and just at first glance, whatever areas you see that are significant are going to be really important on the chart, you know. Um, but I thought that make, you know, people's life a little easier, and definitely made mine easier. So hope you got value out of this. If you did, like and subscribe to this video, and as well as share it with other people that may need it. But hope you guys have a good weekend and are ready for next week. See you then.